this is your co-main event of the night. A quick look at the tail of the tape. The younger by 8 years is Fedorovič. Allegedly a little bit taller.
Doesn't look like it.
No, you would need the people who do the measuring to get the tape out again. It'll be interesting to see if Mehdi Ben Lakhdar, after that last fight, approaches it with the same kind of fervor with the striking. I got my answer, pops off 3 jabs right from the get-go.
Yeah.
Watch out for the lead foot of Fedorovič. Just as I say that, swings it up.
Call it.
He may also try, keep an eye on it, he may also step to the outside, which is indicative of a spin coming.
And I love the vigor that Fedorovič has, because he comes from a comfortable upbringing in a good family in the Lithuanian capital. He didn't need to pursue martial arts per se, but he chose to compete and put his university degree in physiotherapy to the side because he simply fell in love with MMA.
He's doing a really good job of implementing lateral movement, using all the space. There's that spin we were talking about, lands right in the solar plexus.
I feel like he can see a little bit more of a careful approach from Lakhdar, considering the the result of the last fight. Some noticeable redness, despite on his lead leg, without having really taken any proper leg kicks.
Fedorovič, as we alluded to, has a very well-credentialed striking background. Because of a very clean spinning back fist, but right now he has to negate that jab of Mehdi Ben Lakhdar.
Yeah, so far it's flash from Fedorovič and fundamentals from Lakhdar. And while they look great, those are techniques that use a lot of energy as well, those kinds of spinning attacks. That was a great teep to the body there for Fedorovič.
Trying to land that short hook over the top. Fedorovič doing a great job with the striking inside, outside of the leg. Mehdi Ben Lakhdar so far, 2 minutes into this fight, looks a little bit gun shy.
Oh.
Glancing shot, and again, that didn't come from, that wasn't intentional by Fedorovič by any stretch of the imagination. He was moving forward, Mehdi Ben Lakhdar was moving backwards. These things happen in MMA. Mehdi Ben Lakhdar does have a full 5 minutes with which to recover, and it may be in his best interest to take those 5 minutes to try and compose himself, settle back into the fight. He's now had a little bit of time to see what Fedorovič is all about.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point in hurrying back without being ready. You wouldn't want that for any job position. Right now, his job is inside the cage, so I'd say take your time. Why rush something like that?
What it also does, it also halts the momentum of Fedorovič, who's doing a great job putting his strikes together.
All right, back to the action we go.
Oh, beautiful shot to the body. Fires off that counter hook. And in doing that counter hook, he creates the angle for himself because he was very close to the cage, circled away. At 24 years old, to have that kind of awareness inside the cage is great.
Absolutely. I mean, he had a bit of a rocky. Oh, he connected with the right hand there.
Did indeed, over the top.
And so far, he's really not letting up with the offense, which is making it very hard for Lakhdar to sort of get his own offense going because he's constantly being pushed back.
A little bit off balance.
Oh, nice combination there from Lakhdar. He made those shots count.
It's probably the most definitive shot of the fight landed.
Yeah.
By a guy who's thrown very few shots. Efficiency of outcome, that's exactly what that is.
And heading into this fight, Fedorovič has said, I try above all to entertain the crowd. To do that, I use everything I know, high kicks, jumping knees, elbows, etc. He's living up to that. That is for sure.
Mehdi Ben Lakhdar still looks a little bit tentative. Oh, not far away with a spinning kick.
Yeah. I mean, it's a game of inches. And I'm sensing some frustration in the French corner. It seems like they want a little bit more action out of her fighter.
Just
there.
As you say that, they get it. Oh, uppercut to hook combination.
Nice defense there from Fedorovič, though.
He's doing a good job of fighting out of that southpaw stance and switching back into orthodox. Constantly, it completely opens up a myriad, an arsenal of attacks for Fedorovič. And it doesn't give Mehdi Ben Lakhdar that time to settle in, because everything he's seeing is coming from different angles.
Yeah, it's definitely hectic, but so far, Lakhdar, he's starting to find his rhythm a little bit, I sense. He landed a nice strike just previous.
It maybe took Mehdi Ben Lakhdar after that last fight to get hit to realize that he can still take a shot.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine the amount of sort of mental ghosts that have been haunting him since that fight. Stepping into a cage and I sold out Zénith here in Paris. Oh, nice job there from Lakhdar. He waited for that counter, fired it off. I don't think he landed with 100% effectiveness, but it definitely shows that he is calculating every single strike he throws.
Very, very interesting first round. Tentative and calculated would be the best way to describe the approach of Ben Lakhdar at the minute, but for me, I think Fedorovič came in and took that round.
I'm inclined to agree. He was constantly on the offense. He was connecting quite a bit initially. That was a great spinning back kick to the body. There we had two hooks. Found the target from Lakhdar.
Still very much all to play for going into our second round. You hope that Mehdi Ben Lakhdar feels a little bit more comfortable in there now, and you see just how far away that spinning heel kick was, just glancing the nose of Mehdi Ben Lakhdar.
I mean, just a 2-3 centimeters closer, and that could really have done some damage.
Both fighters ready to go. Be interesting to see what adjustments both fighters have made. Coming out of the orthodox stance now is Fedorovič.
Perhaps trying to set up that right kick.
Solid leg kick. Even just the threat of the spin is enough to get the reaction from Ben Lakhdar.
Yeah, well, I mean, he felt that spinning back kick firsthand, so understandable.
Nice work. Trying to use the feints from Fedorovič. There's that switch, and he covers distance on the switch. So intelligent. Oh, not far away. Very little tell on that.
I mean, Fedorovič is definitely playing a game of high risk, high reward.
What I like from Fedorovič is it's not change stance, then hit. It's change stance and hit at the same time, thus covering distance and getting that shot off quicker.
Oh. Real gentleman there, Mehdi Ben Lakhdar, as he disengaged without the referee having noticed the eye poke.
And that is just something that happens when you have these fingerless gloves.
Of course, another case of a completely unintentional foul. Luckily, we are back to the action without incident.
Not far away, Fedorovič.
And I mean, statistically, sure, he's missed a lot of these big kicks, but sooner or later, one of those will connect properly. So Lakhdar has got to start thinking of a solution for that.
The movement of Fedorovič is fantastic. Constantly creating angles for himself. Solid leg kick again from Mehdi Ben Lakhdar, but he needs to set those up a little bit with the hands.
Yeah, he's displayed some great boxing. So it could definitely be the building blocks for a stronger and longer combination.
That was a nice rear hook from Fedorovič.
I think that inside leg kick did a little bit of damage there as well from Fedorovič.
That constant stance switching is giving Mehdi Ben Lakhdar a very sore head. What he does, he throws the rear kick and then sets it down into the opposite stance.
Yeah.
So he's not having to bring that kick back. Oh, beautiful shot over the top, just clips the chin. Nice shot from Ben Lakhdar, fires off that rear straight.
Yeah, he needs to establish himself a little bit more in this fight. Right now, he hasn't had nearly as much offense as Fedorovič has.
Fedorovič really has imposed himself on this fight and is leading the dance unquestionably. Still looks light on the feet, throwing beautiful feints to get the bite from Mehdi Ben Lakhdar. And this is bound to be a frustrating fight for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Not the comeback that he wanted for sure. Right now, he's almost being herded up against the cage by Fedorovič.
Yeah, Fedorovič has kind of shown him where he wants him to go. Also doing a little cut on the top of the head of Fedorovič.
Didn't even see how that happened. Nice job there by Lakhdar. Gets his opponent grounded.
Has a lot of time to work as well. Lets Fedorovič up. Almost like a gentleman's agreement to strike.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure our fans appreciate it, but I wonder if perhaps he could have done well with a little bit of top position, some ground and pound.
Even just in the eyes of the judges. Got some decent shots off there. Oh, spinning back fist wasn't far away.
Gets a smile out of his French opponent. Real recognized real. Oh, that overhand right is just, again, so close to really connecting with full impact.
Just get the feeling that Fedorovič is not far away from landing something definitive. 30 seconds left to go in the second round here.
Taylor Lapoulos in the corner of Mehdi Ben Lakhdar, bellowing in instructions to his fighter.
And the thing is, Sebastian, beautiful teep. There's a much better round for Ben Lakhdar.
Yeah.
Was it enough to win the round? I don't know.
Yeah, so close and basically impossible for people in our position as commentators to call such a close round.
But definitely a better round for Mehdi Ben Lakhdar. He did get some of his shots off there, did get the takedown, but again, the takedown is then cancelled out and negated by the fact that he didn't follow up and do anything with it. The worry for me would be that Mehdi Ben Lakhdar begins to get frustrated in the third round because the crowd are getting a little bit uneasy. They want to see something from him. They want to see something definitive. If he overreaches and starts chasing the fight a little bit, he could leave himself vulnerable to one of those shots from Fedorovič.
And then it's a double-edged sword, right? Because you can't stay on the outside at the end of those kicks. You gotta cut the distance a little bit. But in doing so, he risks opening himself up for one of the shorter shots. It's not going to be easy. He's going to have to dig deep here in the third round. It could be one round apiece. It could be 2-0. Hard to say.
If I'm in the corner of Fedorovič, even a close round, I'm going to be saying you're in enemy territory. Let's just assume as close as that fight was that it goes, or that round was, that it goes to Ben Lakhdar. Oh! Fedorovič doing a good job not to chase.
And it was all off of what looked like an inside crescent kick.
Trying to find a hole for the uppercuts, Fedorovič.
I mean, any way that this fight goes, Fedorovič has definitely established himself as a hot prospect worth keeping an eye on. He plays to the crowd, he throws exciting combinations and striking techniques.
I don't think anyone in French MMA expected the fight to unfold this way.
Yeah.
You can almost hear the quiet concern in the voice of the corner of Mehdi Ben Lakhdar.
Yeah, I heard him calling for him to go. Let's go. clinched up a little bit there. Connects with the right hand of the guard is Lakhdhar.
You would have thought looking, because obviously his corner has done research into the opponent, you would have thought looking at the fact that his 4 losses come by way of submission, that you would put him on his back.
Yeah.
Not very, very little wrestling at all from Mehdi Ben Lakhdar. Oh, beautiful jab. Oh, sorry, straight as he was switching. I think it started as a jab, but then ended up a straight.
Yeah. Oh, there again with that inside crescent kick there for Fedorovič.
Comes at a very strange angle.
And there is a lot to like about how Lakhdhar is countering, but it's just needs a little bit more offense mixed in there as well. That was a nice right hand that connected there for a Frenchman.
Doing a little bit better now, putting the pressure on Fedorovič, not allowing him to control the fight. Nice little short hook.
And it's like you said earlier, Phil, he switches stance mid-combination. It makes it so hard to see where he's going. Again, that crescent kick.
That's 3 or 4 of them he's thrown. Nice switch into the straight. Beautiful footwork and showing that if you were to watch this fight, I wouldn't know that he was an orthodox fighter unless I had asked him specifically.
Yeah. And it looked like Fedorovič was complaining about an eye poke or something like that.
You go to the referee, says otherwise. Fedorovič just trying to find the little gaps here. Again, throwing lots. He's maintained the same kind of output throughout the course of the fight. Beautiful inside leg kick. Look at the revving up. Just shy with a big shot was Ben Lakhdar.
Yeah, he was waiting for the right moment.
90 seconds left in the 3rd and final round. Potentially Mehdi Ben Lakhdar needs a finish. 3rd round has been incredibly technical and cagey. Volume-wise, I do think more shots have been landed by Fedorovič.
Yeah, we don't have the stats, but I mean, this fight definitely has the feel of it. Jab to the body there for Lakhdar. I like that, you know, mixing things up a little bit. Miss with that spinning attack there from Fedorovič. Oh,
big shot there from Ben Lakhdar. There is a palpable tension in the arena right now. Nails are being bitten.
Yeah, this fight truly is being fought on a razor's edge. It's like any one strike can really change the course of battle right now. We're seeing Lakhdar open up a little bit more offensively, and I think he needs that as we enter the final stretch, final 20 seconds of the 3rd round.
Both these fighters know that with the limited time that they have, they need to leave a little tick in the heads and eyes of the judges. You even feel like the guy who lands the last strike of the fight could win the fight.
Yeah. Oh.
There it is. Very, very cagey fight from Mehdi Ben Lakhdar. Are we going to see a huge upset here in our co-main event? Mehdi Ben Lakhdar almost apologetic.
I think he probably realizes that he didn't open up enough offensively. And just, you know, going on optics alone, 3rd round ends with Fedorovič landing a strike that sure doesn't land flush, but it's enough to get Lakhdar off balance. And so for the first time, we go to the judges' scorecards here at Hexagone MMA 13, but first let's take a look at some of that action. Very fun, striking battle over the course of 3 rounds.
Regardless of what comes in the result, Osvald Fedorovič really has announced himself onto the global stage with a performance like that.
Oh, definitely, Phil. Also didn't know who he was before. Sure do now.
Very quick to get the decision. I don't think we're looking at a split then. You could literally hear a pin drop in the place right now. People are biting their nails.
I realized that I was holding my breath before you started speaking.
Serious, palpable air of anticipation. If I'm Fedorovič and my hand gets raised here, I'm making a beeline for the door.
Le vainqueur de ce match, par décision unanime des juges, le coin bleu, Osvald Fedorovič!
I'll be honest, Sebastian, I had my heart in my mouth a little bit thinking that we were going